Hello my crafty friends, it's Beverly here over at Crafting Chaos with a video that takes this creating a stencil die etc to a new level. I'm just showing it you as a preview first of all because the file did take a couple of hours to make, obviously because it's a trial and error sort of thing till I worked out what to do, but it would be quicker now. I think that I've actually completed the process once. I think it would be much quicker to complete. But the video would probably, I'd piece it into 2 or 3 parts dependent on how long it was actually running for. So what we've actually got, I'm using the basic idea of creating the simplistic template, the detailed template or mask or stencil, I think some people call them. And obviously these 2 pieces here that I'm showing you, this one, oops, it's gone to collect all the nodes, so I'm just going to wait till it catches up with itself because there are rather a lot there. So this piece here and this piece here would be cut on mylar, as would this. Now this is an addition to what we've had before, and it's one where you can actually cut from your cardstock to create a base for your stamped image, if you will. Stamped I mean as in digitally, because obviously it's not stamped for real, and I've just put a piece behind that so you can see that these areas are actually cut out, so you could put any sort of card underneath there, mirror card, glitter card, whatever. And like I say, this is not intended to be a replacement for your stamps, because the stamps are absolutely wonderful and there's nobody loves stamping as much as I do, but obviously it takes time to build up your stash because of cost implications, which they're definitely worth every penny. I love my stamps, but this is just another option for you if you are like myself still building up your collection. So what I've added to this one is I've obviously got the digital stamp there. This is a drawing file. Now I've actually made this one as a cutting file, and I'll explain that in a moment. And I've also got some matting layers which you can draw and cut. So if we click off one, the outer layer is a drawing file, and if I just send that one to the back and click on the top one, you'll see that that's actually a drawing file, the pink part. So you'd actually effectively draw that. So if I just take it out, the colour, take the opacity right down just for a moment, you draw this file out and then you would cut it, and then you could colour it with your Copics, Pro markers. If you want to watercolour it, you could do that, and then place these on top to give it some dimension as well. So I'm just going to undo that so it goes back to the colour. So there are 3 flowers that match these 3 flowers, and obviously the leaves would be in the background anyway, so I'd leave them there. So what I would do is draw the whole thing out, then do the cut images to make sort of a decoupage, 3D decoupage on top. So this is no different from the stencils we've been making before, as is this is very similar to the techniques we've done before. This is the different part, and what this actually creates, if I drag this one on top, is a place where you could actually, and you wouldn't cut this actually, you'd use it, I'm just using this for visualisation, if you will, so that you can see what I'm talking about. I'm just going to do the fine tuning with my keyboard, because obviously it's a bit easier to get it exact when you're doing it that way. So this is designed so that you would colour the image, or rather draw the image onto a piece of cardstock first of all. So you get your machine to draw. I don't know why that one is so much darker than the others. It just seems a bit bizarre. Let's just see if we can... Ooh. Let's just see if we can get it all sort of uniform. So we'll knock it down a bit so it's not overpowering us. So there we have it. Maybe that one. I quite like the blue. But obviously now we've got blue and white. So what you would do is this would actually be drawn on. So effectively it would really look, if we do it, so this bit would be white, that would be like your cardstock, this would be the bit peeping through, and then this is the part that you would have, then you would draw it first, position it so you're happy with you on the screen, position it or bring it in together and then do the drawing. And if you bring the file in together and then you just group it temporarily in canvas, you can position it wherever you wish on the mat, and then ungroup and just do the cutting lines, which is the ones that I've got selected now, and then the drawing lines, and then obviously this part behind is a matting layer that goes underneath. So then you could choose to colour it in. Okay, so that just gives you that other option for a panel. Now this one, I said, is a cutting file, and I've done that one so that you've got the options if you wish. Cut it out of coloured or different coloured papers, and then you could, if you wanted to, paper piece it back in. I mean, obviously at the minute I'm not doing a very good job of actually aligning it, but you get it all nicely aligned there, that's a bit better. And paper piece the pieces back in. You could do green paper, pink paper, whatever, and that's why I'm showing you that one. And again, if you wanted to, you could always cut and colour some more for on top. So as you can see, there are a lot of options for this particular file. It's a, if you will, a digital stamp. It's a detail stencil. It's a simple stencil, and it's also a cutaway. If I just make that a different colour again so you can see it, because it's difficult to see on the screen. And that would also be, this wouldn't be cut in Mylar. It could be cut in Mylar if you wanted, but I couldn't think of a reason why you would want to. You'd cut that out of cardstock once you've actually drawn your draw file on there. So I'm just bringing everything onto the mat so that I'm getting ready to actually save the file. Well, I've already saved it, but just to save it all while it's definitely on the mat so it can be sent to the scan and cut. So that's where I'm up to now. So the file includes 2 stencils, one cut file, and one drawing file of the which is effectively like a digital stamp. And all I did, just to add a little bit more detail, was put some draw lines on the leaves as well, just to give it a bit more. And obviously, if you wanted to, you could use your stencil to help you colour that in, or stencil it in, whatever you wanted to do. So, like I said, I hope you like the idea of this. It's not I don't claim for it to be my idea. It's just a way of building up your stash. So if you're interested in the file, please like underneath the Facebook where the comments are. Just let me know if you would be interested in this. Obviously, like I said, it is a little bit intensive in terms of getting the file organised and sorted out, but once you've actually done it, you've got it forever. So it's only a case of spending the time once, and then you've got it. I'll also be including a file, if it does go, if people are interested, I'll put it up on my blog, and feel free to use it. So that's it for now. So if you're interested, please give it a like or a comment what you think about it, and I'll get back to you and let you know what the result is, whether we're going ahead or not. So thanks for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.